to Intro Skippers, the show or an entertainer.
Entertainmer.
Okay.
That's an
Let's try it again.
You tame entertainers.
Welcome to Intro Skippers, the show where an entertainer and an entertainment journalist talk about entertainment. Also, we're friends. Hello, everyone. My name is Kim.
I'm Jason.
And today we are talking about the hottest show of the week,
Katseye.
Pop Star Academy, Katseye. It's not the hottest show of the week, but it is it's a pretty popular show about a band that is now really in the spotlight.
Pop Star Academy. I mean, the whole thing, I hate the concept of it all, but it's okay. We're going to talk about it.
K-pop style it's its own thing.
Yeah.
And they do things sometimes that seem very cruel and very unnecessary. And that comes up in this show.
Yeah. 12 hours a day of training, more like 16 probably.
A lot of harsh judgment, being forced into a survival show, even though they were told they wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, that seemed a little shady to me. Was there controversy around that at all? I'm sure I'm sure whatever they signed to get on the show probably said in a clause somewhere, we can do whatever the hell we want.
Whatever the hell we want. And you're going to deal with it because you want to be in the group.
Mm-hmm. But I'm assuming there was controversy around it. Right?
I mean, I don't know. You said you watched most of the episodes.
Yeah. I watched the first 4.
Did anybody quit over the survival show in anything that you saw?
No, because it looks like they didn't. I watched right up until the survival show was going to be introduced to them. And the judges are all like talking about it. And they're like, it's going to be a survival show, but we didn't tell them yet.
Well, one of them did quit because of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was your favorite, right?
And that character, that real person was my favorite.
That character. Which character
pretty much
was that?
I mean, maybe I should not start in the middle and maybe start at the beginning.
Okay.
All right. We'll get into this and then we'll talk about our stuff. How about that?
Yeah.
So, Pop Star Academy Katseye is airing on Netflix. It is a show that follows the forming of a global girl group. If you're not watching on video, I'm doing sarcastic quotes because they frequently get into issues where people say, oh, it's K-pop. And they'll be like, no, we're not K-pop. We're international global girl group. But it's very much K-pop styling. And I don't necessarily think everyone needs to be Korean for a group to be K-pop style. Because there's a lot of K-pop groups that include members who are either not from Korea or not ethnically Korean. And it's more of its own genre, I would say, at that point. But whatever. Sure. Global girl group.
That was their thing at the very beginning. They're like, we want to take the K out of K-pop. And I'm like, well,
Pop?
Yeah. I was like, well, that seems a little weird and kind of borderline insulting, but I'll get to that next sentence. And then she was like, we want to make it global. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess.
It's very much K-pop style, though.
Yeah.
It's not really a
absolutely.
Western style girl group. It's a joint between HYBE, which is a major Korean entertainment company, and Geffen Records, which is a major American label. So they decided to do this together. It has a very rigorous training camp, auditions, challenges, survival show that I mentioned, which is eliminations. A lot of behind the scenes moments where the girls all live together or some of them don't live together. And it's everything that they go through, trying to narrow down the group. Initially, it starts with 120,000 submissions from applicants worldwide and narrows down to 20, which is the group that the show focuses on. And you probably know who made the group because there's a pretty famous Gap commercial out now.
Right.
With the milkshake song and honestly some really good denim looks that I don't think Gap actually sells, but sure.
That's actually how I learned about them, because the whole kerfuffle with the other jeans commercial.
Yeah, the Sydney Sweeney.
Right.
Aerie, or no, it was American Eagle. Aerie
American
is a
Eagle.
brand.
And then there was chatter on the internet like, Katseye sells jeans better than she does. And I was like, huh? Who's Katseye? Like, literally, sorry. I guess I'm living under a rock. a rock and roll rock. That's why I didn't know who Katseye was. Did I pull that out of my brain just now? Yes, I did. That was too raw to be something that I would hold on to.
That's something a dad would do.
Yeah, I would probably, if I thought about that for more than 5 seconds, I wouldn't have said that. But our show's live today, so I guess it's sticking. I guess it's there.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so that's how I learned about who Katseye was. And then we talked about the show. So I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect for me to check this out.
So I have seen the show twice.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Well, one was while I was doing something, and none was another time where I just needed a comfort watch. So you could say I've seen it, like, I've really seen it once, and I've kind of seen it twice. And you said you've seen 4 episodes.
Right.
So there are 8 episodes. You've seen half the show.
Yeah, I mean, they're hour episodes.
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah.
But if you watch it on 1.5 speed, it really goes by faster.
I started doing that in episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of, you realize how many dramatic pauses there are in these reality shows.
How so?
Well, just because by watching it at 1.5 speed, it still feels like they kind of draw things out, even at 1.5. That's all.
Yeah, I feel like I watch a lot of 1.5, 1.75, even 2 times speed. And then sometimes when I watch YouTube videos, per se, at normal speed, I'm losing my mind. Because it's like, why are you talking so slow? Why do you exist in such a slow universe? Come on, speed it up.
Yeah.
So I think my ear might be warped now.
I guess that's the way. I don't know if it's your ear. I mean, I think it's just the way, the speed of the world now.
Yeah.
Everything's just coming at you fast.
So I'm looking at an overview of the episodes.
Okay.
So episode 4, that's the last one you saw, it says, this episode shows the finalization of the top 20 contestants. With that milestone reached, group dynamics shift. More competition, more comparisons. There's a brutally honest evaluation from the judges. The contestants are pushed to see just their strengths and not just their strengths, but their weaknesses. And there are makeovers. So you saw that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I saw the makeovers. I saw a lot of the singing lessons. I feel like the way they edited the show, they needed to have they were showing us a narrative. When they showed singers in the first few episodes, I got to admit, a lot of those singers were not great singers, but they never showed us the good singers because they wanted to show us, hey, we got to bring in these other singers. And then they showed people like Laura that were just dynamite.
Like, obviously.
Yeah. But I feel like there were probably some good singers in that initial group or they wouldn't have been chosen. But they didn't really show us them. They just showed us the struggling ones.
Well, I mean, so 6 girls make it. 3 of them are there since episode 1, and 3 of them are ones that get added later.
Okay, well, good. I mean, I'm glad that 3 of the original made it then. That's good for them.
Yeah. So were there any moments that stood out to you?
Yeah. One thing stuck out to me a lot was the vocal instructor.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I thought it was 2 sisters, or is one of them dance and one of them is something else?
There's a male vocal instructor in maybe the first few episodes, and he's talking about helping people work on their pitch and timing. And the first girl that gets kicked out, I can't remember her name right now.
Abby,
16 years old. A raw talent, but they said they didn't think that they could get her ready in time with their schedule. And one of the things the vocal instructor said was, if they're having trouble with their pitch, we can work on it. And I thought to myself, that's a lot to work on, because being somebody who's been in the music business a long time, people either have good relative pitch or they don't. It is a long, long road to get somebody to a professional sounding level if they don't have good relative pitch, if they can't stay in key. And what that really is ear training, right? It's less about your voice. It's more about is your ear hearing what your voice is doing wrong and then correcting for it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is pitch?
Oh, well, pitch is hitting a certain note, that and keeping it in key with a song that you're trying to sing. So pitch is a note that you're trying to hit. So if you're trying to hit an A and you hit almost an A or maybe a little bit over an A, then you need to work on your ear training. And that is one of the longest and most difficult things to do. So if somebody doesn't have that, good luck. I hope they're a good dancer. But it sounds like, by the way, favorite name of the whole show, Chairman Bang. What a name!
Bang.
What a name, Chairman Bang.
Yeah.
Another thing that stuck out to me was it made a lot of sense, but also it was like, is this just an excuse? And that was Chairman Bang said that he didn't meet anyone at first. He only watched them on screen because he wanted to make sure that they were as presentable as possible on screen. But
how did you read that?
Okay, so at first I read that like, okay, he's making a good point, but then I thought, that also could just be a nice excuse for the TV show for why he wasn't there.
I feel like he did that so he wouldn't get emotionally attached to anyone. And he would focus only on, honestly, the more superficial parts of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there needs to be somebody in that category. So
right.
it did make sense. See, that being said, I come from a completely different side of the music business, meaning like in rock and in any sort of band related I guess genre, bands tend to not be corporately put together. They tend to be organically put together or organically form. A lot of the biggest bands that that have ever made it, AC/DC, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, up to a lot of modern bands that you hear today, they were like friends growing up. They're all high school friends growing up, and they scrapped it together and made it through. And so
I have a counterpoint for you.
Oh yeah, I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
I don't think that's the same for pop.
It isn't.
A lot of the best pop bands were audition.
Right. So what I mean though is that I'm coming from that rock world, and I'll always have that bias of if somebody has to audition for a group, that's not authentic. Now, even groups that appear to be authentic often aren't. So I'm smart enough to realize that. But I'll always have a bit of resistance for auditioned groups, but I was able to push through that to watch this show, and it was still enjoyable, even though I hated the concept at first.
I'm actually cool with it because, that's how the Spice Girls were formed, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, even One Direction. Simon Cowell just put all these soloists together. It seems like it maybe works better that way for pop, for something where it's very dance and performance, not just like singing vocal performance based. I mean, I think that's how it's pretty industry standard for K-pop, even though this isn't K-pop, but yeah. So yeah. I was okay with that part.
I mean, I was actually really impressed with the almost military style of the Academy. It was tough.
Intense.
It was intense.
I thought it was pretty intense and mean, to be honest, but that's more of a problem with the industry.
Do you think that they put them in bunk beds for kind of for drama?
Yes.
Did they really need to put them in bunk beds?
No.
All in the same room? They could have given them all their own little rooms.
Or maybe they only wanted to rent one house and that's how they could fit it.
I don't know. I think a lot of money went into this. I think they could have been okay.
But some of the girls didn't even live in the house. Like right. Manon famously didn't live in the house, and a lot of the other girls resented her.
That's because she was under 18, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are laws where even like I know about this with sports academies, for example, if a player is under 18, he has to live with a host family.
Mm.
It doesn't have to be his family, but it has to be like a host family that's vetted and approved by the team and approved by the player's parents. So I'm assuming this is a similar situation. Although it sounds like some of their parents actually came to Hollywood.
Yeah, I think the stage parent thing is a big part of it. I
Mm-hmm.
think also Laura lived at home, but she's I think she's from like Sherman Oaks, which isn't that far, so she may as well stay home.
Yeah. Did you notice how they, especially in episode 1, if you recall, they really liked to kind of play up we're in Hollywood in the big city, and I was looking out my window and I saw like a dumpster on fire, and I saw, a guy breaking up with
a
guy breaking up with his girlfriend, and then a fight happening or whatever, so.
I wonder if that's something common for people who aren't from here, where they're just like amazed and they're, maybe kind of romanticizing the weirder, grosser parts of Hollywood. Because also Hollywood is a weird neighborhood.
It's really weird.
Kind of a local townie, I want to say. I'm from Southern California. I'm from LA County, actually. And I went to UCLA, and I've been in LA for a long time. And I hate Hollywood as a neighborhood. Like, I hate going there. I usually get street harassed. I can't find parking. People are wild or mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good place in my opinion. Like, I would rather go to a bad neighborhood than go to Hollywood.
Yeah, and then don't forget about the weekend warriors.
What's
like
that?
The people that come in from Orange County or the Inland Empire to party in Hollywood on Friday and Saturday night.
I'm sorry, but that's really I'm not impressed by that. I mean, I probably did it until I was about 23, and then I stopped. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Hollywood is like two different neighborhoods, because during the day it's full of tourists, it's full of supposed glitz and glamour, and then pretty much when the sun goes down, it just shifts and changes into what you described.
Oh yeah, I walked to the Pantages with a couple friends of mine, and we passed this like group of really rowdy teenagers, and we were like, okay, get out of their way, they're trouble. And then the next day, we saw a local news article that was like, this group of teenagers robbed a 7-Eleven on Hollywood Boulevard. And we were like, oh my God, it was them.
You trusted your instincts there to get away from them.
And I was right.
That's great.
Well, in Hollywood, trust your instincts to get away from everyone.
Yeah,
that's my advice to you. But yeah, they did kind of play it up a little. And we did get to know the girls quite a bit in different segments throughout the show. Did you have and I'm going to use a K-pop term, a bias? Which would be your favorite?
My favorite.
But they think favorite is like a mean thing to say, so they say bias.
Oh, I mean, I didn't really have a bias for anybody. Being a singer, of course, I was most interested in the singing portions of the show. So I would say as soon as they introduced, is it pronounced Laura?
Laura, yeah.
As soon as they introduced Laura, I was like, she's in.
Yeah, she sang, and I thought, oh, duh.
Yeah, not only did she sing, she had the absolute star power. She just had super style. Like, the show was showing us that, here we go. Here are the rest of the competitors. Did the new people know that they brought in that it was going to be a survival style show?
I don't remember. I would guess yes, but everybody seemed pretty shocked by it.
And by survival show, of course, you mean a show similar to the Squid Game, where they all had to fight each other, and every week another one was murdered.
They had to kill some of the girls, and unfortunately, Emily didn't survive.
Yeah, and then every week, like whoever got the top kill was like, that's showbiz.
God. A survival show is a lot like a regular elimination show, like let's say American Idol. Well, and then they'll be like, we're going to calculate the votes between what the public thinks and what our judges think, like Chairman Bang and the judges. And it was a YouTube show, so they let fans vote. And then they would just eliminate people. But they did use like a robot voice, kind of like Squid Game did, where it was like, welcome, contestants. This week, 6 of you will be eliminated. If your name isn't called, leave. And it was just like a screen with like a wavelength visualization.
Like an audio file.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that the lesson people took from Squid Game is these aesthetics are awesome. Let's put them in everything. Because Squid Game is dystopian, everyone. Don't put Squid Game's aesthetics in everything. It's supposed to be unsettling. It's not normal. This is like... I have put this into so many scripts I've written where it's like, people have greatly misunderstood Squid Game, including the reality show Squid Game: The Challenge, airing on Netflix. But I digress.
How about when Mr. Beast recreated it?
I don't know how to say this without getting attacked.
All right, then.
I do not like Mr. Beast, and I don't trust his dead eyes. Okay, that's it. That's all I had to say. Don't let me say any more. Feastables are bad. Okay, let's get back to it.
How about edible arrangements?
It's called edible.
Right. The internet knows. We let them know.
So should I spoil things for you? Or are you going to watch this? I think you told me you didn't want to watch this anymore.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to watch it to completion. I'm not saying to you, the listener, that you shouldn't. I just, knowing my life, and maybe this is where we'll transition to some things that we have going on, knowing how busy my life is, I can't see myself finishing it. Also, it's so easy to find out who made it, and who's in the band now, that I don't know. I'm not really super jazzed to see the rest of it. But
who's in the band to your recollection?
Lara, Manon, and Sophia.
Yes, and the one whose mom was like also a popular singer.
Yeah, runs in the family. Sometimes that,
Well, I mean, also the Filipino fans like really galvanized and united to support her, and I think that really helped her a lot.
Yeah. And then I'm looking right now at Daniela and Yoon Che. Is that right?
And one more.
Who's the 6th?
Megan.
Oh, wow.
She's the one from Hawaii?
Yeah, and she'd been in from the beginning.
Yes. So Megan, Daniela, and Sophia were in from the beginning. Manon, Laura, and Yoonche were added later.
Okay. Now, let me ask you something. Is it your opinion, when they do voting shows like this, and they say, like, we're going to use our judges' votes and your votes, do you ever, we as the viewer are just trusting the producers that they're not skewing this in any way?
Yeah, they could be skewing it. And I really believe that on most of these shows, they probably do.
Yeah, I just can't see why they wouldn't, especially if there's an agenda that they have, or there's a point or a person that they want.
Who's stopping them? Who's watching over as the authority? No one.
Right. There's no secretary of reality show fairness or something.
Who's making sure that everything is by the book, exactly as stated to the audience. No, I don't think so.
That's never going to happen. So.
Yeah. My favorite one who quit because the survival show was so mean was Lexi. I don't know if you remember, she's pretty short. She has black hair.
Was she the one that had to have surgery? Oh, yeah. Did she have to have surgery?
Yeah. She hurt her hip or her leg or something.
And that was cool that they kept her in then.
Yeah.
But then she needed to leave, huh?
She quit because she just, she got accepted and then she was like, I'm quitting. I hate the spirit of the show. And apparently behind the scenes, they didn't let her just outright quit. So she just did a really bad job for a few days. And then they were forced to be like, hey, we need to talk. We're eliminating you. And she was like, okay. because
She was
she had
like,
wanted to quit.
you can't fire me, I quit.
No, she wanted to quit and they wouldn't
Yeah.
let her on the
Mhm.
spot.
Yeah.
So I think that's, I mean, that's, I question if I would have done the same thing. It shows a lot of integrity on her part, but it's also not a wise move either. So I don't know what was the right choice for her.
Stand on your principles.
Yeah. But then you could be in a world famous girl group.
Mhm. I know. Principles, fame and fortune.
I
The
don't
conundrum of every pop star.
know. Exactly. Yeah, I liked her. I thought she was a really good singer and dancer. She had a good style, blah blah blah, etc. But I'm pretty happy with the final group as it is.
I think she had star power though. Like anytime she was on screen, I was like, that girl's a star.
Yeah.
You know, you just sort of have that. There's an untangible quality that some people have that you just can't even explain, and you just know that they've
got it.
They've got it. She had it, and so she
Yeah.
chose to walk away.
Well, good for her. I mean, a lot of the girls who didn't make it, they have gone on to do other things. Some of them are solo artists. Emily
Good.
is doing dance and choreography. So most of them are still around. I think a couple of them are modeling as well. And they're also young, so I figure they've got plenty of time to make their careers happen.
Yeah. I mean,
Though I don't know how music works, so.
Well, look, the music industry changes every 6 months now, so I don't know how music works either.
Cool.
They could have many chances for all we know.
Yeah. But I thought it was pretty good. I would probably, if they made another follow-up series, I probably would watch that.
I did. There was another thing that stuck out to me, and that was the violation of the NDA.
Oh, was that the thing where someone posted something on Instagram and they got in trouble?
Right. They posted a song, an original song that the group was working on.
See, that's pretty uncool.
To a private Instagram. And
well,
but it was semi-private in the sense that they knew, the show producers knew that people in that private Instagram were not related to the show. There were some people that were on the show, and there were some people that it was just like some of her friends, apparently.
Okay, well, that actually isn't cool then.
It's not. That's a hard lesson for somebody to learn.
Mm-hmm.
But you really, if you, I'm not even saying like if you signed an NDA, there's like a certain right now in our society, we want to have instant gratification, and we want to post every day for people to react and
we don't want to. We have to.
Yeah, we have to improve your follower base, etc. But you can't post works in progress.
No,
and you can't post things that haven't
been cleared. You can't post other people's property, intellectual property.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many things that I get excited about that I want to share. But at the same time, I know I can't share this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I have to wait.
Yeah. So I can't remember who it was that got kicked out.
Let me see if I could find on this thing who was kicked out.
She was like one of the strongest dancers, I remember.
Yeah, I remember.
And, but then I guess they had to give the rest of the girls a tutorial. So
they had to like read the thing out loud, like, I promise that I won't.
Yeah. And then like, can my parents tell their friends that I'm part of this program? No. So everything, all the answers were no. Can I post something on Instagram? No. Can I post a picture of my cool T&D teacher on my Instagram? No.
Cool teacher. You had to add that.
Mm-hmm. T&D as in training and development.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I learned that on the show. I
thought that sounds a lot like R&D.
It does.
Which makes me feel like, oh, they've been objectified. Research and development is for marketing products, not people.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Naisha
That sounds right.
eliminated?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was kind of a hard lesson to learn, and I did feel for her, but it was the wrong thing to do ultimately.
Yeah. If you think you might be posting something that people shouldn't see, just don't post it.
Yeah. I mean, I know you get excited about things, but like you can get excited later about posting things.
Yeah, what I tell myself is think about how much cooler it's going to be later when this finally comes out, or when you're finally allowed to talk about it, or, have patience.
Well,
I
for
tell
me,
myself.
it's like the thing that I'm excited about might not even come out, or like the news or
Right.
the casting or whatever. Because sometimes, like before, I've been cast in something and it completely fell apart because the parent company imploded or decided to cancel the project, or some higher up got fired or something.
Yeah.
And it's just, I've learned kind of the hard way, and not like there were consequences. It's more like I was sad. Not everything that is supposed to happen happens.
Yeah.
And you just have to wait it out, unfortunately.
Even
And
if
it
you film the
sucks.
whole television show or a whole movie, if it's not out, kind of didn't
Yeah.
happen.
Think of all the celebrities who got cut out of a movie after filming it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like that on a way smaller scale because I have never been in a movie, but I have been cast in something before that looked really good and I was very excited about, and then it just died.
Yeah.
And these things happen. I mean, it's kind of a miracle anything gets made because there are so many different factors and people and sources of funding that can go wrong.
So much. I mean, the game that I just announced, People of Note, last week, we've been working on that for over 5 years. And there were times working on it that the release date was in doubt. The release possibly was in doubt. Those kind of projects go up and down depending on your parent company. Like we never doubted that it was going to be released, but technically it still hasn't. I mean, it's done and we have a trailer. So that means
you never know.
Probably means it's going to come out. But, I've been in other games where a trailer was released and it never got released, but I'm feeling good about this one. I am.
I had a friend who was the lead in this huge Xbox game that was announced, and there was a trailer, and he was in the trailer, and this game still got canceled and hasn't seen the light of day.
Mm-hmm.
That
friend was me, by the way.
No, actually, it's someone else.
Yeah, well, that
so now
also,
I know two people
that also
who did
happened
that.
to me, but for me, it was a PlayStation game.
Okay, so my other friend was Xbox and your PlayStation.
Yep.
So now I just need a friend to star in a new Nintendo game, and I've got the trifecta.
You got it. That trailer is still on YouTube with my voice in it and everything, and the graphics and everything.
What is it called?
It's called Deep Down. And it was going
Deep Down PlayStation.
2014, probably, I think it would have been.
From Capcom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear.
And I'm probably violating an NDA, but it's been 12 years, so I think I'm okay.
Are you the dragon or the man?
I'm the voice of the guy that you play as.
Okay.
So I'm not the man in the trailer. You'll hear my voice later in the trailer.
Ah, okay. Yeah, my other friend actually was the star of Scalebound, which is also about a dragon.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, if you're a male voice actor and you get cast as the lead in a video game about a dragon, beware. Bad things come in threes.
Mm-hmm. And on that happy note, what's been going on in your life? I have a lot of crazy things about to happen.
My life is not as crazy as yours. I'm getting ready to shoot something with IGN.
That's exciting. Always fun.
I'm getting ready for another season of Outside the Fox. That's my podcast with Firefox from Mozilla. Yes, the browser.
Yeah.
And I'm, that's what I've got cooking right now, and I'm always on the lookout. So
Let that be
actually
known,
a little slow
producers.
at the moment. But you're going to Japan like right away.
Yeah, I'm leaving in the morning. When you hear this, fellow wonderful listeners, I will be probably on stage when this will be released, when I'm on stage for the second of 2 concerts at Budokan. But then as soon as I come home 2 days later, I will, one of my side projects, Rezodrone, we will be performing at a cyberpunk party.
What kind of cyberpunk party?
How many kind of cyberpunk parties can there be?
I mean, like, is it a big party that anyone could go to? Is it a private party?
Yeah, it's a big party.
Is it a weirdo party that I don't want details on?
It's a big party that anyone can go to. The tickets are available now. And it's a Cyberpunk 2077 party.
What? I love that game.
Yeah. And so I sing and have written 3 songs in that game. And so the promoters asked Rezodrone, Jameson and I, if we would come perform 2 of those songs live at the party. And we said yes.
What is this party called?
The party's called Afterpunk, a Cyberpunk 2077 DJ dance night experience.
Wow, you didn't read that. You knew it off the top of your head.
I totally knew it off the top of the head. I did not pause recording and look it up. I just knew it. And it's in downtown LA, and tickets are on sale. It's $17.
Nice.
So if you're in LA and you like Cyberpunk, come on down.
DJ Dance Night Experience.
Mm-hmm. Their last party they had at Anime Expo, and apparently went really well. So
will Johnny Silverhand be there?
I mean, I could give him a call. We'll see.
Wrong answer. He's dead.
Wouldn't that be great if we hired a Keanu Reeves impersonator?
Yeah.
And had him come and just kept him in the shadows and be like, Keanu's here, but he's going full method. So he's actually Johnny Silverhand for the night. So,
and he has the sunglasses on and you can't even see his face that well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think that's a really good idea for this party.
Yeah. You should pitch it right now so they have time to hire him.
Okay. I'm going to try.
I mean, if you wear the sunglasses and a wig, it can be any man that's about that build.
Mm-hmm. You probably saw the special effects movie where, the special effects YouTube video done by the special effects guys a few years ago where they had Keanu Reeves talk down a shooter at a convenience store. Did you ever see this video?
No.
It's great. I will link it. They hired a stuntman to be Keanu Reeves, and then they digitally replaced his face with Keanu Reeves's face, and it was actually quite funny and fun. I'll put a link in the description.
Okay, I'm sure that'll confuse people who are looking for Katseye content.
Absolutely, I'm sure it will. But that's what you get here on Intro Skippers. You get all sorts of random stuff.
Yeah, that's easy to market and SEO.
We're the worst.
Okay, Jason. Well, it looks like you have a big week coming up.
Mm-hmm. And I've also had a total of 6 hours sleep in the last 2 days.
No, this explains everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good, man. You need to get some sleep.
I was in the desert playing Wasteland
I'm
Weekend.
sure you'll fall asleep on the plane to Japan.
Oh,
that's a long flight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's probably the next time I'm going to sleep.
Oh, dear.
Or maybe I'm going to sleep right after this.
Are you not going to sleep after this?
No, I will.
Okay, you better.
Allegedly.
You need sleep to live.
It's true.
It's true.
Okay.
All right. And with that note, that health tip of the week, you need sleep to live. We are going to go to sleep for a week and see you next time.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Intro Skippers with Jason Charles Miller and Kim Horcher is produced and edited by Kim Horcher and Jason Charles Miller. The name order doesn't really matter. Additional writing by Kim Horcher. Theme song and incidental music by Jason Charles Miller. Take it away, me. You can rate and review this show, 5 stars only please, anywhere you'd like, and you might find your review read on a future episode. Got a question? Email us at introskipperspod@gmail.com. That too could be featured on a future episode. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Intro Skippers on your favorite podcast platform, but preferably one we're actually on. All right, thanks for getting this far. Here's a special treat just for you. I'm gonna stop talking.